while I'm doing videos, I might as well show you how I did my son's math map workbook for this year. As you'll see, this year the only physical product available is the complex, but fractions is available as a digital product. So I downloaded him the fractions level, even though he 10. So he's going to do fractions. So next year he can either choose to do rationals or reals, and we'll figure out from there what he wants to do as far as that. But my son absolutely hates worksheets, absolutely despises them. So what I did for him was instead of doing 4 pages a week, I'm only gonna have him do 2 pages a week. So that makes it so that I can fit the entire year's worth of workbooks in one book. So this is the entire year for my son and fractions level. I designed this cover. This is not a CC cover. I did this. I just took the the index page, and I took this part out of it and replaced it with my own text, so that every week in challenge, every week the kids are supposed to find their level and find their dimension and find out what the topic of the week is. So I figured that's a good thing to have on the cover so that my son can do the same thing. I was like, okay, we're on week 9. What are we learning about today? Straight lines, and then go to the lesson. Okay. So inside here, I already started highlighting for him what he needs to do, because these workbook pages have a lot of words on them, and it is really, when you print it in black and white, the fact that this is bold is kind of lost. So the fact that the directions are in bold kind of doesn't matter when the whole thing looks the same. So I highlighted the action words for the first couple of pages, for the first couple of weeks, so that he can see, okay, we need to look at this one section at a time. We're just looking at this first section, and we're just looking at this first box. And then after he finishes that, it's like, okay, and what do we have to do? We just complete the sentences. And where do we find the information? We either look on the chart, which I have separate, because my daughter's in complex, so I have access to the charts. So he's going to have access to the charts too. So he'll be able to complete the sentences. He either can do it, write it out, or say it orally. And then here it says write it in domains, so find the same thing. So you're just looking at this one thing, you're finding it, the information on the chart, and you're copying it over. Then this section, you're only looking at just this part right here, just this little rectangle. So discuss and compare. In this one little rectangle here, you're only doing one thing, complete. And then in this, you're going to complete. I just started highlighting all the just the action words for each little section, and then hopefully he'll start getting used to looking at this worksheet. Instead of seeing the whole thing at once and getting overwhelmed, you just look at parts, bits and pieces of it at a time. And so hopefully just doing 2 worksheets a day instead of 4 is going to be less overwhelming, and he'll still be able to get the concept without being overwhelmed. And I also included the answer key just for the pages I included. So that makes this workbook only 1 inch thick. So his whole math for the year is only 1 inch thick, and he doesn't have to do as much work. And since it's all new anyway, and we're all getting our feet wet with this, we honestly have no idea what we're doing. So we're just learning as we go. And so hopefully this will be a workout for us. I really like the fact that it's just 1 workbook though, because honestly, who finishes a workbook? I'm not knocking math. I'm just saying that it's really hard to finish a whole workbook. So by cutting it in half from the beginning and only having expectations that he's going to do half, then hopefully that'll be a lot more manageable for him. Hope you found this helpful.